Back again with another video. We're at
Botanica de Caminos. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, located at 3428 Memphis Avenue. It's in between Pearl and 25th. We're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 12 to 8 and 5 to 8 Monday through Thursday.
a lot of my subscribers ask me questions on the side of Santeria, Ifa, and Palo, and I'm literally to answer them. I understand it, but I don't want to say something out the way of another religion. So tell the subscribers a little bit about you being a Tata and Palo Mayombe.
For me being a Tata, we have our own. Let me backtrack a little bit. So I do Palo Brayumba, so it's a different Rama in Palo. Like we have different Ramas, which means there's different houses. So you have Mayombe, Brayumba, you have an extinct version with his Monte. So just things in that sort. So I got scratched in Brayumba. And when I got scratched, I had to go through each initiate step, such as, I had to be my Padrino's right-hand man. I had to start off as Pino Nuevo, and as time went on, I became like a Tata and stuff like that. And then as that time went on, then now I opened up a Botanica, and with this Botanica, we're trying to do it differently. Other Botanicas will sell you things without knowing about what they're doing, such as Santeria, Palo, or Ifa. We're actually trying to make it into like a Botanica where if you're Palero, Ifa, or even practicing regular Ocha, that you feel comfortable here.
Okay. The Apollo that you practice, do you still follow the like the Morte, the Papi Pimbas?
Yeah, the Pati. Yeah, everything in Palo is a Pati Premba. Right. So like with Pati Prembas is like what you do. Like you do your vives for like different spirits. So like when we use the Pati Prembas, is like when we have an Enganga. Those of you familiar with an Enganga, it's like a big cauldron with our special ingredient, special things inside those Engangas. You have your Pati Premba inside there. You have your Muerto and all that stuff. You have 21 sticks, and with all that. With that being said, when you're doing jobs, you use that, and that's how you use your Pati Prembas. It's for like, sending out spells or hitting spells, stuff like that.
Let me ask you this. And the pot for you, or is it just for Ogun, his pot? They say the secrets.
Oh, no.
Is that just for the pot of Ogun, his cauldron, the secrets that you put in for him? Or it's also open to what you do?
No, every pot has their own secrets. So like Ogun and Palo would be like Sarabanda. So it'll be like it's like the equivalent of Ogun, but it's not Zarabandas itself. And then you have like Lucero would be like a Legua. Those are different pots. Then you have Sete Rayo, was actually his real name's Insasi, but that would be like Chango and stuff like that. But each house or Rama has their own special pot and have their own special thing into it.
Because there are many aspects of Ogun.
Yeah, there is a lot.
I had questions before. People wanted to talk about Shango. Give the subscribers the view of Shango the right way. I mean, my view is from Voodoo. So maybe, give them your aspect of Shango, because I know Shango get brought up a lot. Yeah. And, give us some bullet points on Shango.
Chango can be many things. Like, if you're like Hijo de Chango, you can be like a player. Like you have the traits of like, you like to like be with multiple women because he's a player. They're feisty. Hijo de Chango, they're feisty people. Chango itself, he represents, thunder, lightning, all that good stuff. So, basically, like, those are like the simple stuff, and then I don't want to get too complicated, and then you start confusing people. Yeah, then you start confusing people. Like,
but in all his aspects, he's still a prince.
Yeah, still, yeah.
Okay, and it says in Voodoo, it says if you work with Shango, you shouldn't be broke. Is it the same way in Santeria, Ifa, Palo? When you talking about, I guess they're saying if you're working with Shango, you shouldn't be broke. I would take that as a business person. Yeah. Because, I mean, you could work with Shango and be a regular 9-to-5er. I don't know what kind of funds that would be.
No, but if you work with Shango, you actually, with the Orishas, the thing that people misconstrue is like, you actually have to do for yourself, because if you can't do for yourself, how can the Orisha do for you? You can't put everything into one Orisha and think that Orisha is supposed to give you everything. At the end of the day, you got to do for yourself, so the Orisha gives to you as well. If I'm homeless, how can I give my Orishas everything they need or anything like that?
You can't give it.
I can't give them whatever they need.
So it's more like Voodoo. A lot of people say Voodoo is a religion of necessity. I need something, I give it to you. You do something to me, I do something for you.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't get too many questions about this. Explain to the subscribers and the people watching the Santa Muerte?
Well, Santa Muerte is got nothing to do with she got nothing to do with Santeria.
Yeah, she's like on her own.
Yeah, she's on her own.
That's
she
holy
does.
death.
Yeah, it's a holy death.
Is it more of a bruja thing?
Nah, it's more of like a devotee.
Okay.
Like
that's what I mean.
Yeah, like so. Example, if you have a near death experience, like a lot of people say, like they had near death experience and seeing Santísima Muerte, so they give to her.
Right.
And as a devotee, when you give, you can use her for bad. Like a lot of like Mexican cartels, they use her for like the drug trafficking and stuff like that. But I use her more for like just giving her thanks that I'm alive. And like when I was a little kid, like I almost died at 5 years old, and I seen Santísima Muerte. And I just always been like intrigued her, and then when I started learning about her as I get older, I became a devotee.
Would it be almost like saying with Baron Samedi, if he's not willing to dig your grave, it's not your time?
Correct.
Okay. Let me ask this. I hear this a lot, and I'm confused about a lot. There's many aspects of Santa Muerte. Are they all the same energy, or if people are going to be devotees to? I guess what I'm saying is all her different color aspects, to me, it's the same energy. Because a lot of people say if you have a white one and you're going to do dark work, you have to cover not to taint her. If you're the same energy, she's holy death, she's not really tainted, she's all things.
She some people use different color aspects of Santísima Muerte like for different jobs. So if somebody's doing something to do with love, and with that they might use the red one. Right. If they're doing like bad witchcraft, which is blue headia, they'll use a black one, or like purity, they use a white one. But nowadays I've seen a lot of people, like my godbrother, he has one that he painted all three colors on it.
I've seen the statue before, they're all different colors too.
Yeah.
But maybe just say yes or no to me, it doesn't make a difference, I'm wrong. Is she the same energy?
Yeah, she's always gonna be the same energy. It's how you use her, like how you want to use Santísima Muerte. Like I said, I use it for good. A lot of people use it for bad.
Well, it's okay. It'd be like Voodoo. Then the laws I go to, I can use them for good or bad. You manipulate what you're doing to them.
Correct.
And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad." No, I mean, if they're willing to be manipulated,
right?
Then they got someone to tell you straight. I'm not doing that. How hard? I know a lot of people are interested in Palo. How hard is it in the United States, and the steps you have to take to get into initiate to Palo?
Palo itself, you have to be like a great person with the nature to actually be a great palero and a great spiritualist. So before you even think about joining Palo and you get that godfather, which we call Palino, you want to start off at an espiritista,
right,
and work your way and evoking those spirits in that way. So then as you're moving up in the ranks or something like that, or however you want to call it, just to make you guys understand a little bit better, as you move up onto your Palo journey, then you can already know about the nature. You'll know about different trees, different plants, herbs. That's what we're about. We're about like the nature. We're like a nature-giving people.
Okay. It's kind of like the Boko and Voodoo. We have to know the herbs, the leaves, everything that we use for that, which goes back to, on our side, Mekafu being the strongest black magician around. I had a question I asked a while back on one of the comments, and I understand it, but like I said, I didn't want to say something, but you say the wrong thing. Initiated person will hurry up and get on it, so that's why I try to dance around it. Sanse. Now, is Sanse hooked to 21 Division, or is that something completely off on its own?
Well, Sanse, they do have their own little 21 Division for Sanse. Like, you'll see, like, somebody say Sanse 21 Division, and, like, I can't speak too much on 21 Divisions, but, like, we, like a lot of Dominican people, they do 21 Divisions, so that would be, like, the best way to talk to be, like,
a lot of Puerto Rico, too, I understand.
Yeah, a lot of Puerto Ricans.
21 Division of Sanse. Okay. Explain to the people what they can expect from you if they come to you, or email, or call you, or come through your door, and they need work done, without giving the secrets away or anything like that, because everybody's sitting there with a little pad getting a secret. And I found a lot of people ask me about altars. They'll call me up, and I'm building an altar in Baron Samedi. What can I put on it? I can't tell you that, simply because what's on my altar is how I was instructed to do it. I give you a list of what I have. You may piss that Baron completely off. Would it be the same way if somebody came to you like that? Because my saying is all the time, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it no matter what I say.
Right.
Like I tell people about graveyard work, I can tell you not to do it, 'cause it'll probably blow up in your face, but you're gonna do it anyway, so I try to give you points to keep yourself safe. What would be your advice to somebody that wants to get involved and start something, the safest way they can do it, or the safest energy to connect with? Because everybody wants to go to the nuclear device first.
Yeah, the best way to do it is like I would find somebody who's already initiated into it. So like if you guys want to do Palo, find a palero that you know that's credible and it's a high Tata, and look at his lineage and ask him what lineage is he from or what muñazo is he from, and then go from there and actually study that and then go back and see how credible that is. And if you want to do something like, let's say like you want to do lukumi, I will find like a high priest in that practice. So you will be, because like you can buy a statue of Oshun or Yemaya, but that's what is a statue. It's not really like your initiate, to see who your santo is. Like if you do lukumi, they can tell you your santo. You can be born again. In the religion we're in today. If you want to do different things, if you wanted to. Like if they want to do voodoo, same thing. Like if I ask you like, hey, I want to do voodoo, but I don't know who Papa Doc is, and I fake and say I dreamed about Papa Doc and I make this shrine of Papa Doc. At the end of the day, it's fake because it's not the authentic thing. So if you want to get an official altar, you will want to ask a high priest in all the respected things. They'll form Santeria form. Go from there.
That's I agree with you completely. I say the same thing. People call me up, they'll buy statues and stuff like that, and they don't understand these statues have to be consecrated, blessed, and fed. If you don't do that, basically you have an inanimate object, and you're wondering why nothing on your little altar is not working. You're all giving the offerings and stuff on cue. You got the right colors, the right veves. You found out the right drum beat is, but nothing's happened because basically you have an inanimate object. It's like talking to the wall, next to the wall to give you $1 million.
Yeah, correct. Like it's like ilikas. Ilikas is like what we wear on our necks. It's like with that orisha that you receive from the ilika. It's like you're blessed. They feed them in different ways. Like you come to like a Botanica, you can buy any bead you want. You have people just buying like Elegua beads, Oshun, Yamayabi, putting them on and thinking they're initiates, and they're not. And that's why initiates get mad about that, because we got to go through all these trials and tribulations, and then even to get your elikas, they got to be blessed a certain way. They got to be fed. You got to put them in different types of herbs, and there's ceremonies along to go with that. So like the money that you put into the religion, and then to see somebody that just goes to like a Botanica and just gets them, puts them on, and then automatically they want to claim that they're into the religion. That's how all the problems start.
I've seen and heard people walking into Botanicas and stuff, especially for the lake kids in Miami. When I was in Miami, buying them because of the colors that they like. That's like somebody coming in and getting the red and black for Papa Legba or Iagua. That's also the color of Menkafu. So you gotta watch it. So let me ask you this. People call me all the time. If I initiate, I can't. Bocos can't. It's bloodline, and I send them on to somebody else. At your step, at your religion in Palo, do you initiate?
Yeah, we initiate like in our house, like there's a few of us, and we like, as me being a high Tata, like you have like you have a god kid that's like you would be like we call it like the right hand, but it's a different word. I don't want to get too specific, and then there's a palero, like why are you giving out special words? So like there's a right hand to you that if he learns as much as you know, he can be dangerous. Then you have a messenger that even when you get initiated as a messenger, you have a specific initiate. You go there's like initiate for everything, and that's why it's always good to be official, because if you start off from the ground level and you work your way up, you'll know how each initiate thing goes. So when you become at the highest peak, you'll be able to give everybody their official initiations.
And I found out through everything, a lot of things in life, the student at one time always thinks they can take the teacher, and a good teacher doesn't teach you everything. So a lot of people ask me that. I can't. People talk about houses. Bocos don't have houses. I don't. Bocos are mainly Hugan Makuts. We're on the move all the time, and we don't have houses. I mean, we do have in New Orleans. I do have my temple and stuff I go to and stuff like that. But in rituals, the Hugans, Mambo's doing rituals. That's when you see people in white and things like that. Bocos don't dress in white, we dress in black, we stand into the darkness. As my grandfather said, we're assassins, we're hitmen. The old other saying is, a gangster moves in silence. You're always standing in the background. A lot of people hear a lot of stuff about Palo Mayombe. A lot of people call it the dark side of Santeria, is it? Palo Mayombe can be used like a boko, can do love work, but at the same time, I hate to say this, for the right price, we can have somebody step in front of a bus.
Yeah, but like each different palero will use it in their own way. So you have paleros that will use it, you know, for good, and you know they'll do what they gotta do. Then you have some paleros who just do it bad. All they want to do is just bad. You have your good paleros, you have your bad paleros. It just depends on what they want to use their nganga and fumbe for. You know, it's like you can use it all for bad. But remember, there's repercussions for you. You're gonna use it all in bad. Do you really want to keep on doing bad stuff?
That's what they're saying. Voodoo, you keep going for bad things, bad things, bad things. Eventually, it's gonna come back. I don't know if on you, or another old saying what it is too. You keep beating the dog as a puppy, as it grows up, it's gonna quit getting beat.
Right, that's true.
And
but
it's going to attack.
In another way, in our religion, like for example, if somebody's gonna try to come at me with a knife, I'm coming at you with a gun.
Yeah.
That's just how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're coming at me respectfully, I don't want no. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. That's the way I put my thing is.
That's I'm a firm believer in that. I mean, I'm the same way. I don't magic for both of us does a lot, and protection does a lot. But your protection won't stop a 9mm slug.
Right.
Your protection won't stop that big mouth that's calling you out. You know, so, and there's sometimes, I hate to say this, I call my black magic is flying to that location and run your ass over in the parking lot.
Real fast.
That's my magic right there.
Yeah.
So for your new business, are you finding that your supplies is catching up with demands that the people are calling for? Or are you getting orders for like, widget?
Yeah, like I get like it's like we're finding now like we're in a new age where a lot of witches are trying to like kind of like come into like Santeria and stuff and try to learn like when we say Santeria, it's not really that's just like a name that everything just goes under. Yeah, it's like so when I say Santeria, I know there's gonna be some followers that are like, why you keep on saying Santeria? You're supposed to be a Tata and stuff like that. But I'm trying to like dumb it down so people understand. So in our religion, like it's like the witches are trying to like know more about it because it's like for some reason or not, like this new age, like it's becoming more popular with the younger generation, especially in Cuba. Like now, if you go to Cuba, like it's like a big wave of santeros and paleros over there. It's just something that's passed down from your grandfather to like skip a generation. Your father now we're playing with it.
That was passed down from my daddy being Afro-Cuban. My family in Miami that's Cuban. Even though as Florencio Batista was exiled to take out and Fidel Castro took over as an atheist country being communist, the people that fought in the mountains with him and helped him take control, he understood as an educated man, I'm not going to stop this. That would be more repercussions than I want. Right. And the religion flourished. And a lot of people ask me, there are good people here in the United States that can initiate in every religion, so don't be giving me comments about what I'm about ready to say. But there are also a lot of people that will take you for a lot of money.
Oh my God.
And like I said, I was talking earlier, I heard a young man once on his video in Miami said about being initiated in Santeria, and I don't think the young man was fake. Everything I was watching was what I understand that was passed down to me from my dad's side. The price range, like it started at $5,000 all the way up to $50,000. And he also said this is a poor man religion with rich man prices. And I tell people if they go, especially for Palo or something, anything, if you got that kind of money and you can invest in a passport and you're not sure about the people you're dealing with, Cuba is the best place to go. And the money that you're going to spend there is less than the United States because to those people that's a lot of money. And a lot of people say, Cuba's this and it's a ripoff. No, what it is still a communist country. The Communist Party does not want this kind of slap in the face with Americans saying, I got ripped off and I got to that country. And they're honest people, they're happy to see Americans. They don't have a problem with having back in the 60s with Castro and Kennedy and Khrushchev. They don't. That's the happiest people in the world. And a lot of Americans go there, they're so shocked of the reception they get from the Cubans. They're happy to see you. Because there is family in the United States that I hadn't seen for years and years and years. You can't get to them. What's your thoughts on that? That's my thoughts on people like that. That's how people want to get initiated into voodoo. My bloodline is from Haitian voodoo because of my great grandparents. But as I say, as it was passed down, I'm no longer in Haiti. So I took on the aspects as my great grandparents had to of the magic system that was here. It was a lot of Haitian slaves that was still here, but it had to integrate with the voodoo that was already here. I mean, in New Orleans, in the southern states, the hoodoo, they took that aspect on, and the Native American spiritualists from the bayous and swamps. So I'll never say, you know, my background is Haitian voodoo, that's my bloodline, but I practice New Orleans voodoo. If somebody wants to be initiated, is there a good place to see? I asked, is a good place to see in the United States, and if you felt you didn't want to do it, is there, because I recommend places all over that you can go to. Do you do the same thing, or you try to bring them in?
I try to tell them different aspects. Like if somebody is like is not sure of me, and then they look at my hair, look at my background, and try to see like the house I came from and know that we're legit. Like our house comes all the way from Africa, because like even though Cubans are like real big into Palo, like Palo started back in the Congos. Sure. Like it's in the Congos in the 1500s, even before that, you know, during slavery days and stuff like that. So like, and it was started by the Bantu tribe.
Right.
So when the Bantu tribe started, you know, this what we call today Palo, you know what I'm saying? It went from Africa to Cuba, then the Caribbean, then it made its way to the United States. So if you really want to get like into like your deeper roots, I would do like the whole Africa thing, which a lot of people I've known from like, you know, New York, you know, Chicago, California. They usually just skip the whole United States way and go straight to the Congo.
But I get so many mixed reports about that when they get back into Africa, they get ripped off so bad.
Yeah, that's the chance you take. That's why you have to.
But then I also know what you get taught there when you get back to the States. If you was taught right, you're in a different class, because say if you go for voodoo, you go back and you go to the beginning, and when you get back to the States, the voodoo in Africa that is still there and was being taught, which came over, what it is in the United States now is different. I said this before.